Hey everyone, welcome back to the stream, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another video. Another video where we are working on another Gundam. This is the RX-93, and it is the Verka version. And yeah, so if you've been watching me, you know about this stuff. And you know that last time we finished off the body part. So let's get working on something else today. So, with the body already done, the next step, I believe, is the head. And so let's take a look here. We have finished the body, and yes, the head is this section here. And so we're going to do the head today. And the next step after that would be the arms, but I don't want to get into the arms just yet. So after the head, we're going to do, I think we should do the waist after the head, so we get the full body going on. And there it is right there. So let's do that today. Okay guys, let's do the head and the waist, and we'll get that all finished up. So let me change my glasses. While I'm doing this and getting ready, you can hit the subscribe button, and you can hit the like button too if you like, and help me out with all that good stuff, because I know 80% of you guys aren't subscribed. So let's just hit that subscribe button, would you? That would be really awesome. Anyway, so with the head, we got to grab our A tree and R. So A, R, G, all that good fun stuff. So let's find our trees here. Did I say G? Yes, I did say G. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff for the head right here on the G tree, so that's going to be a popular one. So, of course, I have not pulled all this stuff out yet, so I'm going to do J. There's our two K trees and an L. Where's my A? I need my A. Don't need my funnels. H. A, here we go. Yes, of course, our nice clear green stuff. So A1 number 21. I also need my special God hand nippers. Number 21, this guy. Now this is going to be his eyes. And as such, we're probably going to have a sticker to go on the eyes, like they always do, to give him his little mask that they always have. And all the Gundams always have a little mask. Okay, so what I'm going to do as we get into this, obviously, I'm going to change the camera, and for you guys watching on YouTube, we'll hit the fast forward button, unless I come up with some kind of thing that becomes a little bit of a challenge for me as far as assembly. But for the most part, we're going to fast forward through a lot of the assembly process, okay? And because that's how I do my Gundam videos. So I'll change the camera, and we'll go from there. And here we are. So so getting started on the head, we got the little green piece that's going to be his eyes, and a little clear piece going into the back of his head. It's not really the back of the head, but it's just inside behind his eyes there. You'll see showing you there. And then putting in the poly cap, actually preparing the poly cap for the next, as I was kind of jumping ahead in the picture a little bit. So just trimming off these things, cleaning them up, not so much for the visuals, but just so it all fits together like it's supposed to. Now working with this little bandit mask on his eyes. Of course, you could always just paint the black around his eyes, because his eyes are molded on the green. that would be an option. And then of course his eyes would glow a lot brighter with the LED that's inside of his chest. Another little green piece. It seems a little bit ironic to have to put on a little green decal on top of the green plastic, but that's what they called for, so that's what I did. Just cleaning up the different pieces. This is the gray piece. It's kind of the inner part of his head. Plane's taken off as usual. Another little green decal going on there. One little red piece. Always, the Gundam's got to have a little red chin. Gundams always have a little red chin, so that's what that is. Now we put our three pieces together. It's pretty straightforward. Once you got it lined up, it fits together just right. As you can see, I struggled a little bit trying to get them lined up, but it wasn't too much of a headache. Now we get the front of his helmet. Get that all nicely trimmed up and clean. And then that piece is kind of like a back skirt for his helmet. I guess you could say it protects the back of his neck. Get those pieces on, that's done. Next we got the left and right of his helmet. Literally left and right side of the head. And then the top little, I don't even know what you call that little piece that goes around the top of the head in the center, but there you go. Now of course we've got our Gundam horns, fins, whatever you want to call them. Those got to go on, and they get put on with that little center piece also. One and two, and the centerpiece holds them all together. And there we have the head. Okay, let me fix this here. So here's our head. Okay. There you go. So that's the head. Okay. So with the head done, the head obviously, the poly cap will go in there. The head there, that will go like this. And we can press down, put that on there. We got all kinds of movement. Yep. Looks pretty good. Okay. So, let's move on to the waist. So the head's done. Okay. So we're going to skip ahead. Skip all the arms. We're going to skip the shoulders, skip the legs. skipping the legs, and we're going to start on the waist. Okay? So as we're starting the waist, we start off with a couple of poly caps and the very center, which is going to be what everything kind of attaches to as we progress with the build of the waist. Bigger one goes in at the bottom and the little smaller one goes in the sides, and there you go, you squish them together and just like that. You get a top piece, which is really all the little ball joints that all the little skirts are going to hang off of as you put it all together. We got a couple of little pieces that are basically going to be his, for lack of a better term, is his hip joints. It's where the legs are going to attach to the center. They weren't quite perfectly round. I had to clean them up on the edges. And so there you go. There's going to be a bit of a rotational ability on those. So now it's basically just the assembly of all four of the skirts. You may have noticed that I'm not really cleaning up the nubs all that great. I'm not using my razor file that I love using so much on Gundam kits, but you may have noticed that I'm not really using it all that much on these particular parts. And that's because the dark gray parts are basically, I'm going to be painting those later on in a gunmetal color, just to give them a bit more of a metallic look. Because out of the box they really are just kind of a dark gray and they're not really metallic looking, and I like to do those in a gunmetal color just to give them that more metallic-y, shiny kind of metal look, right? And so as I'm assembling these skirt pieces, I know that I am going to be pulling them apart in order to paint those pieces, so I don't really press them together all that solidly, if that's a word. And so I just got them pressed together enough that they stay together, but they're not going to be too difficult to disassemble later on when I want to paint them. So I'm just cleaning them up enough. Now the white pieces, yes, I'm going to use my razor file because I'm not really going to be doing a lot of painting on the white. I still haven't decided 100% yet whether I'm going to be repainting the white. It's going to really depend on how weathered I want this guy to look. So there we go, we've got our front and rear skirts assembled. And so now we're going to just do a little bit of another white piece that goes on top to complete them. And we got our front and rear, I don't know what you could call them, the jock piece, the cup. Piece goes on top like that. And we got our rear, and we need a couple more pieces for the front. Little red plate and a tiny little yellow V. And then I realized, oh, I didn't clean that up good enough. I gotta take it off again. And let's clean up the nub on that V and put it back on. And now I can put the front together. Put the skirts on, front and rear. And then I decide I should do the side skirts too. So clean up the area a little bit, and let's find the page where the side skirts are. They're kind of hidden in a little middle right there. It's just one little small section that shows how to assemble the side skirts. side skirts don't have a lot of pieces to them. It's literally a gray piece, a white piece, and 3 little yellow pieces. Accents really just going on the sides. Get those all cleaned up. There's the little tiny nubs off of those little tiny yellow pieces for the sides. It's nothing really too complicated. So far this kit has not given me any strange challenges that I haven't expected from a Gundam kit, so it's been pretty straightforward. Haven't really encountered anything, and with the whole body finished now, I don't anticipate the legs and arms giving me any headaches or anything like that, or anything that's going to be much of a challenge. There's one skirt done. These tiny little yellow pieces, they kept falling off, so I had a feeling I'm going to wind up gluing those little yellow pieces on the sides. So it kept on falling off as I positioned them onto the sides. So then this goes like this. We give her a good push. There we go. There is our main body. So that's that. We have our main body of our RX-93 Gundam put together. And obviously I'm going to have to glue these little yellow things down because they keep falling off. So I'll just put those to the side for now. And I'm going to take these other ones off. This one's actually on pretty good. Okay, I'll just leave that one. How about you? Yeah, you're fine too. So, yeah, I don't know why those two are being finicky. Maybe I'm putting them on backwards. Could be, I don't know. But that's going to be it. That's it for today, guys. So, this is where I'm going to end it for today. Next time we'll do his arms. We'll do an arm, and then depending on how long that takes, we might do a leg. The arms don't look like they're too complicated. The legs obviously take a couple of pages. These are all just doing the legs, right? So the legs, we start here and boom, we've got a couple of pages until we're finally at the waist. So, but the arms is basically starts here, 1 page, and that's it, and we get to the shoulders. So I think we can do the arms next time, and then we'll do the legs after that. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and I want to thank you for coming out and supporting me on this. Again, hit that subscribe button, please, and help me out. And if you like this stuff, hit that like button too. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how you feel. I'm very interested in knowing what you guys think about this stuff. And especially, do you prefer that I do the fast forwarding part through this, or would you rather see it in real time? I'd like to know that too, which you guys prefer. You guys who do watch my Gundam videos, I want to hear from you, and I want to know what you prefer. Do you prefer me doing the fast forward thing, or would you rather just watch it in regular time? Please leave a comment down below, let me know. And yeah, so that's where I'm going to end it here for today, guys, and we will see you all in the next one.